Today marks 44 years since Terrible Tuesday. Good evening, Texas. I'm Ashley Fitzwater.
And I'm Alyssa Ostradonk. The Red River Valley tornado outbreak of 1979 left many people dead and thousands of others injured. Residents who lived here at the time remember that day like it was yesterday.
Chantel Belafonte spoke with some of those individuals. Chantel, the day that F4 tornado devastated Wichita Falls, it still haunts a lot of them decades later.
April 10th is a day Terrible Tuesday survivors will never forget. While that tornado outbreak took place more than 40 years ago, the moment is ingrained in their memories forever. It's something they wished never happened.
I can always remember April 10th, 1979.
Ginger Martin will never forget the day a Category F4 hit Wichita Falls. Martin, she and her family were living on the east side when she heard about a tornado warning on the news. The sound she heard next was unforgettable.
It sounded like a freight train coming. You could hear the noise over the house. The birds stopped singing. The dogs weren't barking. Everything was just quiet.
For longtime resident Carla Pruitt, the 79 tornado was her third.
And watched the tornado go across the mall out down Southwest Parkway, saw it going southeast of us. So we didn't hear no noise in it because where we were living, it was quiet. It was the dark clouds that we was watching.
Chief Meteorologist Ken Johnson says the tornado started in Vernon and made its way to Wichita Falls.
It developed down around Seymour initially and then kind of moved up towards Holiday, and then around 6 o'clock moved through Wichita Falls and then finally ended up towards Waurika. That was the most significant one. That's the one that did the most damage.
Everything was garbage all the way out from the east side all the way out to Western Parkway, Jacksboro Highway. Faith Village was gone. Houses were destroyed totally. And we found out that there was more than one tornado.
What Martin is referring to is a multi-vortices tornado. Contrary to what people thought, Ken says there was just one tornado.
Within this large tornado, there were several what we call mini vortices that spun around. So we call it multiple vortices tornado, and each one of those vortices, were responsible for the damage. So
it leaves a really scary feeling with you.
Ken says back then people only had 24 hours to be notified of a tornado warning. Due to technology at the time, more than 40 people were killed, nearly 2,000 others were injured. Martin remembers going 3 days without electricity. Only a few residents had landlines that worked, and not everyone could make calls. Thankfully, Martin and her loved ones